Welcome back, Love Tribe, and hello to new folks. Happy Tarot Tuesday. So we're going to get into our reading for this week, and I am feeling inspired by the energy of this full moon in Capricorn that just passed over the weekend. And by the way, whenever these readings find you, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I always channel with the intention that a nugget of wisdom can be found and extracted in any of my transmissions or videos whenever somebody essentially feels inspired to watch them. With that being said, this full moon in Capricorn energy is feeling, I feel guided to say first deliciously, and then I was also then guided to delightfully here. It is delightfully present, this energy, and delightfully supportive. In alignment with full moons, we're going to begin with the Power of Surrender Oracle. Basically, to make some space. Because Spirit, yes, thank you. We're being guided to see what can we let go of, even energetically, behaviorally, maybe a pattern, habits, things of that nature, so that we can receive some blessings. So I also felt guided to this Blessed Be Oracle for today's reading. So essentially, we're making space to take space and be blessed up from Spirit. And full moons are wonderful times and energies. 1, 2, 3 on the timer. Wonderful times and energies to take steps to release that which does not serve, to banish energies, entities, attachments, things of that nature that are no longer in resonance with us, or maybe they never were. However, now we have the energy, the willpower, and or the consciousness to let that go. So yeah, let's get into it. And as always, call upon your highest self, your holiest guides and teams to grant you the discernment so that you truly can take what resonates from this transmission, leave what doesn't, and allow whatever comes through today to wash over you in a way that ideally invites you to be an empowered observer of your life so that as inspiration and ideas come through you, then you can become the inspired doer versus the reactive doer. And the fact that Spirit is beginning with this channeled guidance that is inviting us to be the observer and the reflector, the processor and synthesizer as well, followed by the inspired doer, the inspired enactor, the inspired implementer. Okay, we're going to get into the Power of Surrender cards. With all that was just channeled and said, resist temptations to rush and operate under a false sense of urgency right now. And a card did pop out, but it's face down for the moment. Confirmation, excuse me. Spirit wants me to keep going with this Capricorn message. I'm feeling this vibe of please continue to follow up and follow through. For some, there are some things that have been in process, whether it's lingering, like proposals, ideas, collaborations, events, connections. Essentially, I'm feeling a mix of intentional communication related to an intentional goal, an intentional outcome that involves that communication, that involves cooperation or partnership or collaboration coming through right now. So this is not exclusive to just career. Um, it's leaning a little bit in that way for this moment, or at least that's what's being highlighted as pay extra attention for anybody who's wanting some insights for their career and or business type of goals. Spirit is inviting follow up and follow through with the activity, yet not before you engage in the next communication. Clock, what vibration are you in? Are you in a vibration of desperation, of neediness, of frustration, of anger, of doubt, of lack, of scarcity? Basically, are you in a vibration that's really, it's just not giving. It's not high vibe. It's not a vibration that you would be like proud of if somebody was like, taking a video or camera of you, even if obviously you're just by yourself considering sending a text or a follow-up email or what have you. Spirit is like, clock your vibration and be in a vibration that is high and one that you can feel proud of and one that you could feel honors the person on the receiving end. And I'm also getting for some, consider the medium in which you are communicating as well. Essentially, and with that, yes, and with resisting rushing and haste and unnecessary urgency, are you potentially going to see the person that you're considering reaching out to in person or maybe through a video call medium in the near future? Or are those options available? If so, consider the options that have more of the face to face, live energy, live interaction when and where possible. And when that's not possible, if there's a voice note option, possibly lean into that. Spirit is basically wanting to have us lean into communication in a way that delightfully and pleasantly builds the relationship and connection that we're seeking to build anyway. Essentially, show up in communication as that partner, as that communicator, as that companion, as that teammate, as that friend that you really want to be. Like, don't wait to be don't wait to be sweet, kind, super collaborative until after the communication. Yes, have your boundaries. Yes, honor your worth. I'm not saying rush or force anything. Spirit's just really saying, like, yo, how are you showing up in this energetic exchange? Especially if it's not face to face, like, catch yourself. Catch the energies that are trying to compose that message. And if those energies are not high vibrational and not really in alignment with your true intentions and your true goals, fall back, reset, recalibrate. This Capricorn energy is really inviting in strategic authenticity and authentic strategizing because there are powerful moves being made. Communication is very relevant to what we want to build up. And with this Leo energy, because we just started, like Leo season started today, quote unquote, where I am, at least at time of recording. And that Leo energy is starting to come through and, yeah, being mindful of our image, choose authentic charisma, like be charismatic in your communication, be charming. And I'm not saying being forced or fake. Show off the charming and lovable parts of your personality, and or at least the kind of positive and pleasant parts you want to show up in this potential communication, collaboration, or what have you. There's a lot of powerful potential for your empire to pop off in this season, for your kingdom to expand and grow in this season, for your queendom to shine and reign supreme. What I'm hearing though is do not be a jerk. Do not be an a-hole. Do not be rude. Do not be nasty. Um, with this Leo energy, image image and focus on image is going to universally amplify. So you might likely be focusing more on yourself as the season progresses and focusing on others, maybe like people watching vibes, a more critical and or observant eye. And this is not to induce fear. This is not to trigger shame. Ew, none of that. This is merely to say, be on point and come correct. And clock who's on point and coming correct around you or not. And with that, be mindful of the associations and the company you're keeping and cultivating. Yes, be polite and respectful to all. Have, integrity and compassion for all the beings and creatures, because that's beneficial for you and your heart space and your vibration entity way. That is also in alignment with boundaries. That is also in alignment with being selective. Okay, not everybody is meant to be the inner circle. Not everybody is going to get all sides of you. When you're a multidimensional, authentic being, you're not fake for not being like giving everybody the exact same treatment, right? Because the way that I'm going to be speaking to my lover and my future spouse and the things that we're doing are not the way I'm going to be talking to, I don't know, my neighbor to, the beautiful families in the neighborhood, to colleagues and peers, right? Like, yes, there are things that overlap that are authentically me, like showing up humorously and joyfully as best I can, but certain affections and certain confidential ideas and plans deserve to be kept within sacred boundaries. Yes, thank you, Holy Spirit. Sacred boundaries. So, wow, what a powerful message about communication and boundaries coming through right off the bat. Spirit, what is the surrender card there? Get me to the card. Surrender your attachments to results. The formula for success is to do all you can, to make things happen. Then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Oh my gosh, sabotage. Okay, we're gonna build off of it. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Okay, this sabotage message is very real and coming through, and I'm cracking up laughing because before I sat down, like basically it was kind of like while slash during slash right after I picked, intuitively selected and picked the card decks to use. Pardon me for today's reading. The word sabotage was popping in my head, and I was thinking about Fierce-alicious from Canada's Drag Race because that's like one of Fierce's like biggest words and things. Like I need to go and watch their season actually, but I am watching Canada vs. the World. Um, but the word sabotage popped up in my head, and I was like, Spirit, what's going on? Is this like the inner saboteur? And I was like low key laughing and thinking like this feels so irrelevant. And I was like, imagine if sabotage came up in the reading, but I'm like, there's no way. Like, what card do I have with sabotage on it? So with this, your inner saboteur, thank you, Holy Spirit, getting chills in my left arm and side. Ooh, and I'm staring at the sun in the middle of my altar cloth, tarot cloth, the Ovid shine chair. This is okay. With the surrender your attachments to results, with being selective this season, that this is not meant to be received as a restrictive season, as a season of being overly hesitant. This is a season to, yes, be a bold lion willing to playfully and joyfully explore. Like play on the stages of life. Allow yourself to engage in different gigs, different acts, different songs, different dances, different opportunities. I'm feeling a lot of creative play and creative expression. Ooh, a lot of solar plexus and sacral, like joy in the solar plexus, pleasure in the sacral, literally going back and forth, divine masculine, divine feminine energies going back and forth in a loving, truly loving, joyful, dancey harmony. Spirit is wanting you to, it's like, express yourself, like, do what you're guided to do. Like, I just heard, like, share your business, share your craft, share your passion, share your artistry, share your channeling, share your messaging. Like, and share it if you're a multidimensional, multifaceted person, a multi-platform person. Like share it. For example, I'm Dil Divine, your friendly neighborhood queer muse, oracle, and soul coach. So on this YouTube platform, you're seeing me as the oracle and soul coach mainly, the muse and the performativity. But leading with the oracle and soul coach with the guided messages, the card readings, the channelings, and the coaching, what have you. I'm also taking the time on the side though to continue exploring the muse part of myself. That is singing, acting, performing, entertaining, cultivating that. So it's not inherent. This is not saying tunnel vision. This is about go for the opportunities. Obvious example, just building off of the actor example or whatever. It's like go to the audition. Thank you, Spirit. That was a very personal message. Got it. Yep. Yep. So with that, go to the auditions, put yourself out there, put your names in the hat. I'm not saying do things just for the sake of it in this like blase da energy. Like, no, we're not saying that. Like, I want you to still be intentional selective. This is though about going beyond the comfort zone and not just sitting there on the couch letting life pass you by. This is a season to like spread your limbs, like stretch your limbs. Like, I'm really feeling this lion energy. It's like stretch, feel your body, move your body. I know I channeled that in a recent message. It might have been, I can't remember. No, I think it was a couple days ago. Also with your roar, like as the lion, like with singing, for example, it's like you have to show up for the lessons, for the karaoke, practicing at home, the shower, whatever. If you never use your voice, you're never going to discover and uncover and enjoy your voice. It's never going to be fully healed and actualized. It's not going to have the full confidence, right? So it's like keep going to the opportunities and activities that develop and showcase these talents. Spirit is saying with surrendering the attachments to results, they're also saying like results are coming towards you, positive ones. It's 1616 as I looked up on the timer. Enjoy this journey. It's like seriously enjoy the development of your craft, of your creative exploration and your creative expression. The success shall unfold, and the success is unfolding. Remember, like I always think about this phrase that I learned. Although I pardon me if I can't remember the direct source of the quote. Essentially, though, paraphrasing it, it's like before you're a master, you're a disaster. Essentially, allow yourself to be a mess or messy, and understand like the mess is on the pathway towards perfection. And we're not perfect, we're never going to be perfect. But in the perfecting, in the refining, it starts off more blunt, more messy, more confused, more lost in the thoughts, more unconfident, more uncertain, whatever it may be. That's okay, that's normal. Like before the breakthrough biggest masterpiece, usually people go through a whole bunch of different practices and experiments and demos and whatever's before they get to that big, amazing masterpiece. Give yourself that grace and that compassion and go play. Go have some fun. Appro- Thank you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. This came through yesterday. Approach your craft, your service, your work, your passion, your purpose, as well as your relationships for those who are really feeling the relationship vibe earlier on. More and more through a lens of play and joy, having the intention of play and joy right out the get. For some of us, this is a mindset and heart set recalibration and a reminder to come back into this way of being. Like, yes, this is a good way of being at any point in time. Yet there are moments where spirit raises things in our consciousness and dials up that energy or that proportionality. This season, I'm feeling like I'm seeing once again that Leo in my head. Yeah, I'm feeling the Leo in a very playful and sweet, like a kitten, kitty cat vibe. And in yesterday's channeled message, as well, let alone the past few days, I did say, the Beyonce like kitty cat song was coming through. And now I'm seeing in my head like an image of like a lion but playing with a ball of yarn, a ball of string, like having fun, like yes, like play around. Like you spirit is giving you the permission slash inviting you to give yourself the permission really to have fun this month in relation to your goals and your intentions and how you show up. Trust that in the moments where you may need to be a certain kind of serious and firm, a moment in which you may need to be a certain kind of a tough and strong, the moments in which perseverance and resilience may need to activate and come online, come what may. Trust that you will be able to pivot and shift in those moments to those vibrations, to those states of being. Yet, excuse me, and while we accept that as truth, thank you, if we allow ourselves to accept those as truth, those invitations as our truth for this season, we are also invited to choose for ourselves to be more in the state of joy and play and playful expansion and expression this season and exploration. Notice how it's like all these energies are giving like playful roaming and playing and different stages. I mean, the fact that this message is going on so much, just pure channel, and I'm going to get back to more cards. Spirit is really wanting to dial you up in your energy, having you feel your crown securely fastened, while also acknowledging your crown. It's a magical cap. It's a magical hat, and it's like when you're sitting on your throne, it's gonna look like your most radiant crown. Or when you're in the, you're at your round table, and in the appropriate ceremonies, it will look like a great crown. However, right now, when you're going out and about exploring, it's transforming into your favorite sun hat, or maybe sweatband or headband or visor, or maybe it's transforming into your sunglasses. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it may be, your magical crown is all around you and it's always with you. And don't allow the weight of the crown that's sometimes there to hold you back from having fun and allowing it to be lighthearted. Yes, legit. As I flip these cards, the last of the surrender cards, we're gonna have these three. So we already had surrender your attachment to results. In the middle, surrender to miracles, and we have dolphins. Dolphins jumping for joy. Dolphins for me are symbols and invitations to play, and also invitations, especially when there's more than one, to connect with friends, to connect with playful community, playmates, adventure mates, fun mates, joy mates, whatever you want to call it, people that you can be in high vibration with. So be selective in this season, please and thank you. And with that, be discerning. I want you to be with people who high vibrationally make you feel good. This is not calling up the person to go out and then you go and have a messy time and then the whole next day you're feeling weak and drained and depleted AF. And then whether or not it was the whole night or maybe the day after, they're kikiing. And part of it is, yes, talking about the night, but next thing you realize, like, you're being suckered into, like, gossip, drama, chaos, madness, or confusion, like, low vibes. No people hangover type of people. No. I want high vibrational, true, loving, joyful. And with that, it's going to help raise your vibration for be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. And this full moon in the background too, this moon energy. So miracles are really here and unfolding. Miracles are here for you in order to allow them and receive them. This is about opening up that heart, engaging in joy, engaging in play, playful community, playful relationships, playful communication, playful connection, playful co-creation. Because yesterday's channeled message was yes, build, co-create, and lead from an open heart. Go check it out for the expanded one. And then we also have surrender stress. And notice this open hearted energy, open heart, like literally heart led, like surrender, leaning back, opening up crown, third eye, receiving. Like this is just full opening up to the blessings. This literally is surrender to miracles. And then Homegirl is giving you a physical posture, the legit physical asana of being open to miracles and letting go of stress and blockianas to miracles. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to center, as you come back to your center. I love this. Spirit, in between the miracles, surrender your attachment to results, surrender stress. Miracles are here for you and unfolding. Spirit is like, have a good time, go play, and go play in your work, in your service, in your passion, in your craft, however you can make your environment more lighthearted. If that means putting on background frequencies or high vibrational music, if you're allowed to have smells, whether it's incense, candles, um, the diffusers and stuff like that, like go for it. Make your environment sweeter. Okay, we're gonna get an ancestors and angels oracle message to start helping to bring this down to earth, and then we'll get the tarot to really, clarify further, and then we're gonna seal it in with the closing blessing. Confirmation. There we go. Ooh, popped out. Ooh, and this one flew on top of, I'm going to put it in its row, but this one flew on top of Surrender to Miracles. It's the Druid with Hold the Space. There it is. There it is. Okay, please get into yesterday's channeled message if this card reading is very, very much resonating with you. Because the way it was coming through in pure energy form yesterday, it's going to be very activating and encouraging and affirming for you. With that being said, this Capricorn living ancestor vibe, this druid energy, grounded and supported, and also very magical, intuitive, healing, and I'm getting such a loving energy, especially if anybody has been wanting to connect with your ancestors and like grandparent vibes, like very strong. For some of y'all, grandparents are very present, especially, I'm feeling my grandfather very close, very grandfather energies. Thank you, Grandpa. Yes. Okay. That was interesting. That was an affirmation and confirmation. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps because I just heard some kind of electric shift. However, it just felt like it sounded like almost like a sigh of a person. So that was an affirmation and confirmation that our ancestors are present. Thank you, Grandpa. With the hold the space energy coming through, and on top of the surrender to miracles, root in your power, ground yourself in your roots, ground yourself in your garden of creativity, of your, ooh, bring more gentleness to your space and your environment and what you do. There's something about with this holding of this space, I'm feeling an invitation to bring in a softness in what you do and what you're doing and what you feel guided to do. There's something about releasing a harshness and hardness and toughness that may have been more present. There's something about, can we be diligent with tenderness to ourselves? Can we be diligent and soft? Can we be diligent in what we're doing and have a smile and a grin and a smirk of contentment and satisfaction and gratitude on our hearts, in our hearts, on our being, on our face? Can we engage in our work with love and act and appreciation so present and active on us and in us, on our spirit, that in some moments maybe we just are tearing up or crying in gratitude? And I'm feeling such a loving pride and support from these ancestors and our grandparents and our especially grandfathers right now. There's almost this energy of, for everything that I just channeled, the invitations for us and what we are being invited to do. I'm also feeling this card is saying our ancestors, our grandparents are holding space for and with us, and they're helping nurture our roots and the roots of our projects, of our co-creation. There's something that as we live our best and most joyful and loving, open-hearted life, they are able to be closer. They're able to be closer to us and with us, and thus they are able to even more powerfully help and assist us. And every now and again, when you're in a moment of true joy and happiness, just through an intention, share that joy and that love with your ancestors and with your spiritual team. And you could just literally visualize, I share this love with you, like a hug. You could visualize sharing rose quartz pink energy or whatever your favorite color is, a snack, a treat. You can visualize them engaging in the activity with you if you'd like. Like, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There's all different ways we can share this love and this gratitude with spirit. They want to play with us. They want to enjoy with us. And they want to be there. Yes, they're always there through all of the times. especially the hard times. They're wanting us to recognize and feel and realize and actualize and alchemize, crystallize more joyful and playful experiences with spirit as well. And more joyful spirit, yeah, joyful spiritual aligned experiences with spirit along the way, along the journey. So not only when it's the tough times and not only when it's the most quote unquote obvious of blessings and miracles, and not only when we sit down and do our gratitude list, also while we're living our best life, like having this gratitude, having this excitement, letting spirit be joyfully close, allowing them to support. Here we go. And I love it. We have the Lord card popping out. We take charge with authority. So we have hold the space followed by take charge with authority. With the Lord, this Aries energy with that ram, divine masculine energy, getting holy Moses vibes coming through. So any Moses synchronicities out there for you recently. Also, the staff is the holy Ankh as well, and the Ankh is a mix of masculine and feminine powered alchemy as well. So shouting that out. And I am shuffling the tarot, so like he's like take charge with authority and looking like he's moving forward. Yes, your kingdom and empire with this green, a lot of this green, this heart chakra. Yes, building off of yesterday's channel's message. It's like building, co-creating, and leading with an open heart. And what helps the open heart? What helps those miracles? Play, joy, community, friendship, companionship, and high vibrational. Please, please, like I apologize if this is redundant or repetitive. I really feel spirit guides coming through, and I just felt even a sensation near my left knee. And sometimes knees can be associated with forgiveness as well. And I'm also getting stubbornness for the moment. Ooh, and I almost just bent a card, bent out of shape. Oh my gosh, spirit, what is going on? Please, like, no entertaining the. I'm not wish people well. Ooh, somebody doesn't want me to say this. Somebody's trying to block you and keep you in a connection that is draining. Energy vamps, energy vampires, cut, 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 coattail riders, cut, 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 fun suckers, joy blockers, mm, not even just Debbie Downers, Donnie Doubters. Donnie Doubters. Donnie Doubters. Mm-mm. No more Donnie Doubters around. Ooh, audit, 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 audit. Hearing it. Okay, and now, oh, now I'm getting like, I'm getting reformed. I'm getting reformed Regina George Leo energy. I'm getting like rehabilitated Mean Girls energy. Okay, so I'm getting like, we're not being a mean girl. We're not mean. We're not cruel. We are, though, we are still holding on to self confidence. We are still having what? Standards. We are still having what? Boundaries. Okay, so we're taking all the best aspects of the Mean Girls, like all of the things that we would want, like, so, like I said, the confidence, but we're having real self esteem, real self love. We're not doing like that deprecation, compare and despair, Ikiana. Like we're not picking apart ourselves and our flaws. Like no, we're not doing that. So with that, it's like you can't do that. Like who are you allowing at the table? You're not here for everybody. On Wednesdays we wear pink. If people are not wearing pink, if they're not showing up with that rose quartz high heart open and active, while that's what you're doing and that's what you're about, and that's the kind of meals and energy and ingredients you're serving and cooking up and playing with, next, close, delete, swipe, 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 X out, opt out, cut it. Because, yeah, even my face, even the way Spirit is like giving me Ikiana energy. Because this Donnie Doubter is like, yo, I'm getting toxic vibes. And I just saw 3444 on the timer. Because with this Leo season, this Leonina energy, with these different stages, ooh, and notice how spirit has me like fitting up and adjusting myself. I'm like, ooh, I'm getting more comfortable. I'm leaning in like auntie, grandmama, dem vibes. Ooh, feeling it, girl, untucked. No space for people who do not believe in you. No space for people who, even if they claim they believe in you, their first reaction is always something negative or doubtful. Let me give you an example of an energy I clocked months ago. Um, I was in a play, I was in a performance, and one day, never forget, they had a dress rehearsal party for like cast and crew. So it was essentially where the costume organizer for the production, she had everybody come over to her house. There was like it was like a party vibe. So there was food, there was beverages, merriment, good time, music in the background, like with our community, with our theater group, with our tribe, like vibes, like vibes are giving, and it's meant to be fun and playful because it's like, yay, look at the costumes we got. Let's make sure the sizes are good. Let's see how we got to resize it. I'm just trying to like live my best life and channel my femme oath, especially because in that play, I got to be in drag. So I was like, wearing my dress, wearing heels, feeling the fantasy, like having like not full geesh, but like, having moments. And, and it wasn't just me, it was like mad cast members. So we're all like, doing our best to, and there's ways in which, right, notice people who give feedback and people who give criticism and notice how they deliver their stuff. Okay? Like, I'm somebody, I clock delivery just as much as content. Because, let me tell you something. Ooh, there it is. That's that auntie in that voice. Let me tell you something. This is ooh, taking myself out. People, whether they're aware of it or not, project a lot of their shit onto others. And we all can be, and I'm sure we all have had moments of this. It is a part of the natural human experience, and not all of it is meant to be negative because, in a lot of ways, people could be just trying to relate and understand. So I'm not even being rude about it. Never rude, but you know what I'm saying. With that being said, clock the delivery. Because while we were there in this event, we were all giving each other feedback and a lot of like positive affirmation and praise while also acknowledging like, maybe like, okay, let's compare this one to this one. Like, what's the other option? Like, okay, that garment, like you're wearing it well, but it's not accentuating. It's not giving the zhuzh. It's not giving the pop. But you're wearing it well. Like you're not saying anything that's like negative or critical of the person or that would kind of like kill the vibe. Versus there was a character there where I clocked their energy where for every time, and it wasn't just when I would come out in something. The first, the first comment out of their mouth every time was something critical. It was either, and I mean critical in the sense of like, like with an energy that was like downer, negative, disapproving, whatever. First comment. And if it wasn't able to be given to that person that they were observing, then they took the intention upon themselves and were like, oh, I could never wear something like that, or I wish I could look like that. So it was like, it never was a comment that was giving a praise or building up the person that was the model of the moment. It was never giving uplift of them. It was never like, there was no positivity. There was no positivity given. It was it was either negative of the model or it was self-deprecating and basically a me kind of vibe. If you are around those kind of Debbie Downer, Donnie Doubter energies and vibes, audit, decrease your consumption of that company and of their content. And by the company, I mean like the company you keep. Um, their presence, their accompaniment. Dial it down. And Spirit really had me take the time to narrate this story and emphasize this energy and point because with this Leo season energy, we are being blessed up and given miraculous opportunities that, yes, are inviting a bold enough courage to show up and share. I almost said try, and Spirit said trying. We're not trying. We're doing, we're being, we're embodying, we're playing. We're playing. We're co-creating and we're playing. Co-create and play. And cut the people out and down. And if you can't escape them, right? Because, like, at the end of the day, sometimes you're going to continue to cross paths with people. And in other contexts, you could really enjoy them and great as well. But when it comes to this and you and your energy, I need you to invalidate their opinion. And I'm not saying this to be rude, and you don't need to do this verbally or out loud. I'm talking about in your own internal metric, measurement, and rubric system is invalidate that energy because it's not vibrationally qualified to assess you. If there is something that is relevant there in that feedback that you can't apply, of course, take and apply the nuggets because when nuggets of wisdom are being given and granted, we can sift through that and we can filter it out even if the delivery is trash, okay? But I'm talking about if you're getting no nuggets and you're just getting downer vibes and doubter vibes. Next. This is about having a bold, playful, co-creative, expressive, exploratory, and expansive season. This is why it's about that take charge with authority. Stand and be in your power. Like, Spirit, can you please get 2 more tarot cards? Thank you. Second one. One more. Okay, we got 2. Alright, perfect. Put this down. Flipping the cards. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Georgia. Okay, like this just got better and better, and I'm getting goosebumps. Like I love a climax. Well, I love a climax. And we started out with the 5 of Pentacles. Speaking of the Debbie Downer energy, the lack, the scarcity, the low vibrational energy. This card is often associated with scarcity and lack specifically, and because it's Pentacles, the coin suit, the earth element suit, it's often referring to our tangible resources, our finances, our money, perhaps our food stocks, our literal environment, our housing situation, quality of life kind of gig. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So this is the energy of poverty, scarcity, and lack and struggling. Um, this is not to say that your mindset fully is there. This is just acknowledging going through that kind of experience, feeling that experience. Yeah, we're moving onward and upward. Ooh, got it. Ooh, goosebumps. Got it. Got it. Got it. We're gonna go from because the last part in the row we're starting from 5 to the 5, 5 to the 5 to the like start finish. Because I was looking at the stained glass window, which can often, be associated with places of faith, sanctuary, refuge, and then we have the Hierophant, High Priest, like sometimes can represent church and state, especially churchy institutions of faith, faith period, um, like yes, like basically Connectiana, your faith, your faith is your key to your victory. Your faith and your follow through in alignment with your faith, so following your divine guidance, is the key to your leveling up. For some of y'all who do want like a holy union and partnership, I'm just going to name it right here. This reading is all over. But for those of you who are wanting like some kind of, it's a couple things. I'm going to say divine partnerships, connections, and collaborations that are solidified, like ratified, possibly legalized. This is your affirmation and confirmation. Like you're on track for that, and you shall arrive there in divine time, quite soon come, provided you act in alignment and integrity with your faith and you continue following your spirit and your soul. This is, yeah, with the hold the space, thank you, spirit, with the druid. It's like, do not give up. Do not quit on the miracle. Do not quit. Yep, do not quit on the miracle. Do not quit on yourself. Do not quit on the relationship. Do not quit on the connection. And like I even shared in the beginning, like clock your communication, clock your vibration that you're showing up in communication. And if it's not right, pause, recalibrate, and come back to it. Redirect. Because if you act with this integrity and do things, babies, we're moving onward and upwards out of the struggle and the look at that. This wants to fall off the board. Like it just like spirit is saying like we're getting rid of it. Like we're already out of it. Like we're out of it. Like this full moon, like this is the release. This is the letting go. Like part of what was keeping us in the lack and the scarcity, honestly, was the attachments to results. And especially I'm getting this from my fellow fire dominant people, especially and or people who have been having a more fiery period of life. Fire energy, sometimes naturally we lack patience. And it's not even in like a rude way or to say that you know what? Because some people say we lack patience. Let me rephrase it this way. Because a lot of us have really matured and grown a lot. As fire signs, sometimes we can often not be fully active in patience. Because with fire feeling the magic of life and that instant spark, that pure creative life force, we can feel things quite vividly and fully and really from our soul, we already believe it. We already know it. We can already feel it, sense it, touch it, taste it, feel it. However, it's like, so to get it into this physical reality, at times that's where it can get frustrating. And we want it, and we want it now, we want it this way because we can feel a very full vision. And so Spirit is saying, in the letting go of the attachment and the clinging to results and hyper specificity and controlling energy, and by getting out there and having fun and showing up more playfully and creatively, that's going to loosen up the grip, loosen up scarcity, loosen up desperation, loosen up neediness that is creating false and unnecessary urgency that is in conflict with divine timing. Letting go of all of that is going to bring about the victory and the wish fulfillment. Six of Wands is victory, riding high. Notice how we had, bless his heart, homeboy injured. Using a cane, still going and persevering. This is the toughness. What? Thank you, 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 Holy Spirit, Holy Leo energy. I love you. Thank you. This is coming back to the earlier channel message. Remember when I shared that there are moments where you can pivot. You can know when is the energy to be persisting, resilient, tough, and strong versus more joyful, playful, celebratory, light-hearted. This Leo season energy is inviting you to step into this energy, to not be in this struggle, persevering, tough, tough, tough vibe 24/7. Experience like, please take advantage of the opportunities to play and co-create with joy and from a space of joy. That is the key to your success. And you have to choose to show up for the activity. Like I said, showing up for the audition, it's like both. Choosing to show up for the audition and choosing to show up for the audition joyfully. And choosing, thank you, Spirit, to invite Spirit in while you're practicing and rehearsing to bless you and support you with the project, to invite grandpa to hold the space while you rehearse, while you work with your lines, while you sing your notes. Adopt this for whatever your craft or passion is, baby. These are examples. But it's like invite them in. Because look, the Nine of Cups, I love how this card even says improvements underway. Like you're moving forward. You're advancing. You're leveling up. And this wish fulfillment. And this is like a curtain right behind this person too. So it's like right behind them is that stage. It's almost like this person, and notice how their back is turned to the stage and all the cups of their fulfillment. And it's like when it's time for the 10 of cups, it's like that's going to be like the magical moment where we turn around and the curtains draw up and it's like full fulfillment and performance. Lights come on. This is the moment of being the satisfied actor in your individual energy and space, feeling grateful before the performance starts, before the show, where you're in your own energy, breathing, collecting yourself. And then it's like as the 10 of Cups energy comes in, the fulfillment and community, the curtain draws up, the lights come on. you hit the stage and you're on, where you're balancing, yes, being in your energy and in your character, yet you are playing to and with your audience, your community, your tribe. Ooh, so beautiful. And even if I think about a platform, because there is a platform on this card with this elephant, this stage, it's like, yes, it's like you are moving onward and upward in levels and stages. With this take charge with authority, with the Lord card, I'm connecting with this victory right here. And it's like, move onward and upward that co-create your divine life, a place, co-create and experience the life that honors masculine inspired action and divine feminine creativity and inspiration, intuition, and the fusion and the dance and the harmony between them all. Okay, we're gonna get a blessing to seal this in. Holy Spirit, holiest guides, holiest ancestors, please guide us. Please grant us a blessing in alignment with this reading in this now. A blessing and message that can help the spirit, and the love tribe essentially integrate this. That blessing came out right away. Yes! Card 33, a blessing on your boundaries. I love it. Full circle. Full circle. She's giving me Xena Warrior Princess vibes with this energy. 3-3, ascended master, master teacher energy. Ooh, this is about being soft and strong at the same time. Like I was bringing up earlier, it's like you have the ability to pivot. You can rest your arms, you can bring the sword back, and you also can snap it up and forward, hack and slash when you need to, when you feel inspired. Otherwise, relax, pose for the camera, show your beauty and your strength, your might and your muscle, your magic and your musings, the sacred artist and the sacred warrior. The boundaries. When I'm just feeling a lot of energy, pure channel. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Very important to, you're not here for everybody. And for the people that are unavoidable, but, and you feel genuinely that are just not really giving you the best energy and vibe, low doses, minimal doses. I'm feeling like contain and quarantine type of energy. Like contain and quarantine. Dial back. And if you're somebody who needs help in doing that more with your boundaries, if you're somebody who is like, oh, I don't know, one way to help cut back is to also dial up what you do want. So cut back on what does not serve, what you do not like, what you do not resonate with, and then dial up the activity and the intention on what does. The activities, community spaces, and events that do. So if you're feeling guided away from certain associates, friendships, connections, whatever, yet you may still have to have some meetings or interactions, like go to what's mandatory essentially, and then in your free time, reclaim your time, and then in that reclaimed time, put it towards the stuff that's nurturing you, taking you healthily beyond your comfort zone, expanding you, growing you, nurturing you, nourishing you. Like, and I'm getting the mix of self-care, self-sustainability, in addition to playing, joy, co-creating, showing up for the audition, showing up for the gig. You know what I'm saying? Showing up and connecting with spirit and with your guides, of course. This is about you doing you unapologetically, period. You doing you unapologetically and having the consistency in your boundaries to honor them, to have them and to honor them, to have and to hold. Talk about this marriage card with the Airfit. It's like also like marriage with yourself. Like I really need you to be your own best husband, your own best wife, your own best spouse. I need you to hold yourself down and lift yourself up in the best, most aligned, anointed, and loving way. I need you to be a lover boy, lover girl, lover them to yourself. Next layers and levels. No BS. Because as you really be in that lover energy for yourself, the loving blessings that are going to be showered upon you. Ooh, that Leo energy, like Leo be loving that praise energy, and there is a lot of praise for us to get. And for some of us, this is about a season and really opening up and allowing ourselves to receive it, honey. Receive it from the right sources, selectivity and boundaries, yes. Receive the praise. Allow it in. I am gonna read the blessing from the book because I do want to honor the author's words, and then we're gonna close out, okay? 33, a blessing on your boundaries. And notice how card 33, and it starts on page 99. So 33 and 99, very significant. 369 is also going to be very significant. And 5. So 369 as a number, 5 as its digit, 9933. A blessing on your ability to decide where you end and where others begin, on what you will gladly do, or excuse me, on what you will do gladly and without regret, and what you cannot be compelled to do, for it would be against your own nature. Within this lifetime, there will be times when you are unsure of what is most important and what is best for you to do. You will not be sure of why you wish to do something. And when it comes to others, especially for whom we have strong feelings, it can be a challenge indeed to know what is best to do and to know why we sometimes feel great misgivings when it comes to offering our time, our love, our money, and gifts to another for their use. With this blessing comes a certainty that in this situation, you will now know the difference between what is best for you to do and what another wants you to do. May you be blessed with a sure ability to say no, quietly and without apology, to the boss who asks for too much, to the partner who asks you to put your own needs aside for theirs. May it now be clear to you when a friend fails to listen and reciprocate, and when you give without being given to in return. May this blessing draw clearly the lines that mark out your emotional landscape and make a map of who you are and where you end, so that you may know when others intrude into your space and mind, your heart and home without invitation. With this blessing of boundaries, let there be respect and consultation and a renewed appreciation of your own needs and desires. May this blessing give you the power to close a door, to open a window, to ask for help in return, and to support yourself by beginning to respect and acknowledge what it is you need. And with this blessing, these powers you will now have. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Holiest ancestor spirit and guides. I mean, combination from above, you can look. Yes, I mean, seriously, everything we channeled in the reading affirmed right there. So, do you be around the right people, audit, 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 have your lines, boundaries, and barriers, your priorities on lock, and keep the vision and the faith. You are no, this is not you. This is not your energy. How it started is not how it ended. And it's not how it's going because the next card from this one is this Six of Wands. We are moving forward, onward, and upward in the victory. So the victory's in motion and we are coming upon the wish fulfillment. You got to show up for the gigs, show up for the opportunities, make it work, practice and allow out your roar, sing your notes, play with the ball of yarn, get a little frisky every now and again, meow, 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 and however you want to define that. Like, and if you're not feeling it, let's go, little kitty cat. You don't want no more. And even if they want more, but you don't want no more, no more hitting it. I'm not feeling it. Exactly. Because even like she has that part, baby. Well, baby, that was a long time ago. Like what was then ain't now. Like sometimes stuff expires, things change. Because some of us may also be getting hit up by a lot of people in the past, and maybe we're just like we're not trying to mix energies with them in whatever capacity. Yeah. So be that as it may, take what resonates from this reading, leave what does not. And of course, as always, if you want specifics for you, book a personal reading. Links are in the description box down below, as well as abundantinsights.net. you can find me, connect. We can also do energy calibration if you would want to have essentially energy work to remove blockages, to increase your flow, maybe amplify your activation, call in some confidence and some more joy in your life. We can do alchemy work together or a combination. So find those links down below. Sign up for the Benefactrix of the Month raffle if you want to win a reading. And with that being said, I'm Dil Divine, your friendly neighborhood queer muse, oracle, and soul coach. Please be sure to come back next Tuesday for our next Tarot Tuesday installment and share this with any of your friends in Soul Tribe that you're essentially raising the vibe and building and co-creating community with. All right, sending y'all love and hugs. And I'll see you very soon, Love Tribe. And let's get it, cause the miracles are here. Meow, meow, meow.